And you're bringing up her friendship with Colin as well, and it's really sweet to watch that space because when they're together, she doesn't have to try to be any version of herself. It's just pure comfort. And so, how did you want the scenes that she has with Colin to be very different? You know, it's the polar opposite of when she's around Ryan and she's very hyper aware of everything about herself.
I think that's just what yeah, I think what's interesting too is like I love that we have kids in this film and I love that we get to touch on that because in the first one Sophie had no friends. But now she does. And I think Colin is such a special character because what makes him such a good friend is that even though he may have some feelings for her, he's still supportive of her. And that's just, he's there for her when Ryan isn't. And that's what makes him a good friend. And I think is what makes him attractive is how much he cares for her and how much he's there for her. And there's a lot of special moments they share in the film where they just like, you really just see what good friends they are and how much they care about each other. And he's like, he's a real one. That's what I think is so cool about him. Yeah.
And you know, in touching upon the fact that Colin has feelings and talking a little bit about the later dynamic with them in the film, how did you want things to really shift and change a little bit once she realizes, oh, he actually has feelings for me that go beyond friendship? Because it's that thing of, does that change everything? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, maybe everything's still just the same.
There's this funny line that Dave says to her. He's like, he's Dave says to Sophie, he's like, for an operative, you can be pretty blind. And she's still like, what? And she doesn't see it at all. So, which is where I think it's funny that she's smarter with the spy stuff, but when it comes to this social stuff, she's kind of blind. But I think what she realizes that I think that I think really she realizes that Colin has feelings because of like he's stuck with her through the entire thing and how kind he is to her. I think that really goes above and beyond. And even when it's funny when she's struggling, he's still trying to find ways to help her and being there for her. And they share a special moment where she's like, "You would have come and saved me too," because she's really being there and she's on this mission to save him. And I think that's really special.